huge thank you to my dad for lending me this. So basically, I can now effectively remove all of the stuff that's on the walls to expose these stone walls instead of using a hammer and chisel. So that's fantastic. But this video is quite a special one, in fact. Let me put this down. Because, well, it's not because I've got braces on and you're not going to see my backside anymore. It's actually because I've got a few announcements to make in this video. I've had a long, hard think about life, and I've got an update for you. But for now, we need to be cracking on with some work. Sorry to steal your catchphrase, Billy, but there's a lot of stuff to do. Now, to the right of me, there's a weird cavity in the wall, I guess you could say. And that needs to be exposed because I don't know what's behind that, and it's quite interesting. So I'm going to start with that, and then we can use, it's heavy, the big boy, to start attacking these walls, basically. So the work continues and the fun never stops. So in the wise words of Billy P, let's crack on. By the way, we're in the second floor future bedroom, just next to the room that we were in a couple of weeks back. Let's crack on. I've got to stop saying that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And I can just feel how damp this is. It's coming off really easily. That didn't take much persuading to come off the wall, and I'm lucky that didn't fall on my head actually, so I was being very careful to get out of the way of any falling debris, although I must admit a helmet would have been the wise choice. The Kango is doing a great job on these walls, much better than I could do with a hammer and chisel, so I'm very happy that I managed to pinch this for the day from my dad. Look closely just on top of the fireplace. We've got some beautiful brickwork there that we'll be taking a closer look at a little bit later on. But for now, we're going to carry on with the Kango, and the stuff's coming off pretty easily, although I must admit I am making quite the mess. And of course, I felt the need to expose the lintel above the doorway to see if it was rotten or not. Let's find out. Well done, Ryan. That was super necessary. We didn't do too bad. That wall there started off really easy to remove in terms of the plaster that was on there. However, the lower half was actually concrete underneath. There's like a thin layer of concrete, and as a result, the plasterwork was much less damp, and in fact it was quite dry, so it was just harder to get off. So that's why there is a contrast between the top and the bottom. Moving on to the back wall, and again it was pretty easy to remove thanks to my dad's magic tool, of course. So I'm very happy with the results, but I'm even more happy with that beautiful brickwork that is just above the marble fireplace. I think it's quite nice, and I wonder if we can leave that as a feature in the bedroom. Good idea, food for thought. And of course, above the doorway there, I did expose the lintel, and it's slightly rotten, but compared to the rest of the wood in the house, it's actually in pretty good nick. So yeah, but it may still need replacing anyway, just to be safe. Now, that's it for the kind of work side of things today. And there are a few updates I want to give you, and I want to share a few things. Are they controversial? I don't know. Let's get into it. One of them you're going to be really happy with, but you've got to wait till the end of the video. Right, let's have a chat. Come on. Oh, I need to get up. I'm getting old. Ooh. Okay, time for a little chat. So, since Nick Moon has left, things just haven't been the same, and the progress has definitely slowed down quite dramatically because, of course, there's only one of me now and I'm making videos at the same time. Not that I'm complaining. Now, I do get the question from time to time, Ryan, why don't you actually renovate full-time, knuckle down, and just make more videos? Which is a valid point. But the reason why I just put out one video per week, there's a couple of reasons actually, but the main one is due to where my house is situated. Now, my house is in a lovely little village here in France, and it's really, really peaceful. But that means that I do have neighbours all around me. In fact, my house is attached to another house. So, yeah, I'm surrounded, essentially. And my neighbours, well, they're in their twilight years. They're quite elderly. And I don't want to be the person to come and essentially disrupt their whole life, banging about 5 days a week. I think it would be just really unfair and impolite to do that. And so I renovate, you know, just kind of like part-time and focus more on other things at the same time. But yeah, the renovating, that's why it's just one video per week at the moment. Now I could eventually in the future, you know, progressively go up to like 2 videos per week, but for now we're gonna stick with 1 video per week. And there's another reason for that, and that's because I'm trying to really maximize the fact that the progress is kind of slow and save up as much money as possible in the meantime, because, well, I've got to be honest, I don't actually have any money to renovate this place at the moment. I've spent all my money on actually buying the place. So this place, of course, if you don't know, it's 19,000 euros with fees, just over $20,000. And that was all my savings. So I'm still trying to catch up a little bit with regards to, yeah, like building up funds in order to pay for the place, pay for the renovations. So that's why, you know, you don't see me getting the builders in or something like that. It's because at the moment, can't actually afford it. But slowly but surely we're getting there. However, at this rate, I am a little bit worried that it's going to take like 10 years to renovate this place, and that's not what I want. So I need to improve, increase my income, and that's where the first announcement of this video comes into play. So in order to increase my income, I'm going to have to start treating YouTube a little bit more like a business and less of a really fun, amazing hobby. And that means eventually getting, I don't know, a few sponsors on board and starting, here we go, wait for the lorry to drive past, starting a Patreon. Now before you go hopping over to Patreon, I just want to make one thing absolutely clear. My basic needs are met, and I don't expect anyone to subscribe, or I don't want anyone to feel like you really should sign up to Patreon because it costs money. And, you know, who am I, essentially? I'm just some guy making videos on the internet. And there's nothing special about me, and it's not really for a good cause. It's to essentially help me, like enrich me, you know, if that's the right word to use, because it's just going to make my life easier. But it's kind of a selfish thing, I feel like. Yeah, I'm on the fence about doing this. Hopefully it's the right thing to do. But anyway, I'll be totally honest with you. Needs must. So that's why I'm doing it. But I am going to put some interesting content on there, hopefully. Nothing to do with the renovation itself. So don't worry, you're not going to miss anything if you're not on Patreon. But it is a way to be able, for me, to be able to actually interact with or you, if you sign up, a little bit more, and put some videos that have nothing to do with renovations, some more personal vlogs. Kind of like the old days, because now I don't really show much of my personal life anymore, and this channel is now a renovation channel, even though I have no idea how to renovate. Isn't that fantastic? So yeah, not going to ramble on about it. I've got Patreon now. It's selfish of me. I feel like if you really want to actually make a difference in the world, you should subscribe to the Moon's Patreon. Much better than is a better thing to do, I think. But if you want to help me with the renovation, you can subscribe to mine, why not? It's with great joy to announce that Nick Moon is making his return. That's right, Nick Moon will be back in a couple of weeks, and things will be back to how they should be. Now, he's not leaving Jenny, his wonderful wife, for me. No, he's just coming back to this beautiful house, and he's going to help me renovate again. So we're going to get back on the right track. We both felt like it's the right thing to do, and I can't wait. It's going to make it enjoyable again. 'Cause to be honest, ever since Nick left, it's not just a case of I don't know what I'm doing, it's also a case of I miss Nick Moon, and it's not enjoyable without him. And the truth is, life is not about the destination, it's about the journey, isn't it? And yeah, I want to be able to enjoy actually renovating, and I think thanks to Nick Moon, it's going to be a possibility. So watch this space, he's coming back. So there you have it. It's probably officially the beginning of my villain arc now that I have Patreon, and exciting times lay ahead. Next step will be OnlyFans, and then hopefully we'll have enough money to finish this place. That's a joke. But I'm gonna end the video here, and one last thing, thank you so much to everyone, we're doing it in one take, who has watched at any point, because you've helped me along my journey, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna love you and leave you now, and I'll see you in the next video next week. It's gonna be good. Stand up, I can't stand up, my knees have gone dead. Oh.